Alright. Hello, gang. Am I audible this time? Because I think I found the problem that caused my stream to go through serious lag. But can you hear me? Am I good? Is it all good in the neighborhood? Alright. So the problem I found out was that even though, like, I don't use a webcam because I have a terrible web setup, the streaming software I used still enabled my camera, which caused it to go bonkers. Anyway, happy Monday all. I got a random text from some random lady about a half hour ago. Hi, good afternoon. My name is X. I notice you have a for rent sign on Y Street in Z town. Can you tell me if that's a 2 or 3 bedroom? That was the text. I obscured all the details because I actually don't have a Houston phone number. I have a phone number for a state I used to live in. And that way, fun fact, that way I can easily determine which calls are spam calls, because they all have an area code from that particular state. Just a little fun fact for you. Anyway, today we're going to finish that goddamn Carl Philip fanfiction, and then maybe read something else after that? Depends on the time. Anyway, for those who were not here last time, Tamera Mowry, the girl from Twitches and Twitches 2, married Prince Carl Philip and had 2 babies with him, and now they have twins after they threatened me with a sense of plot. Of course, that was a good threat, but I was still very disappointed that the lovely angels here did not carry through. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to go to Chapter 13, which is the most cursed typeface. It's TV Oh, yes, I missed the high tragedy of the last episode. Did you watch the archive, Sandy? I shortened it a little bit because I was having technical difficulties halfway through because people insisted that I show a video relating to the fanfiction. Ah, yes. The clips. Thank you again, DSI friend, for making those clips. Anyway. Loves random currency symbols. Shit, you're right. They have a cent sign, they have a backwards dollar. They have N-bucks. E-bucks. Chapter 13. 19 December 2014. The Princess couple are expecting a child. Princess Madeline and Mr. Christopher O'Neill are delighted to announce the princess is expecting their second child. The birth is expected to take place in the summer. I don't care, they're irrelevant. 24 December 2014. The Prince couple are expecting a child. Princess Tamera is pregnant with twins. The Royal Highnesses, Prince Carl Philip and Princess Tamera, are happy to announce that the princess is expecting twins, brought to you by the Department of Redundancy Department. The birth is expected to take place in the summer of 2015. We are blessed and very excited to welcome 2 new members to our family, say Prince Carl Philip and Princess Tamera. This is painful, but we only have a few chapters left, so we're gonna get there, gang. I just can't wait to see how this all ends. 23 January 2015. Prince Carl Philip opens the exhibition Carl Larson, The Good Life. Oh, I love that song. I love that Weezer song. Gotta go back, and I don't even know what da 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 da. I gotta go back, yeah! I'm gonna stop my singing, I apologize. On Friday, 23 January, Prince Carl Philip visited the exhibition Carl Larson, The Good Life, I cannot word for shit today, at the Ordrupgade Museum in Copenhagen, Denmark. In Denmark? In Denmark. Because Denmark has their own royal family. You realize that, right? Is this like a Swedish artist? What? Flower Gothic is in Weezer, of course. That's deep flower lore. Yes, you're right, Sandy. That is deep flower Gothic lore. The prince was welcomed by museum director Anne-Brigitte Fonsmark, who then gave a tour of the exhibition and the rest of the museum. Carl Larson is one of the Nordic region's greatest artists of all time. Okay, what nationality is Carl Larson? Is this the dude? Arts and crafts movement? What? So there's a bunch of little art here, but that has nothing to do with interior decor unless if they misspelled this bullshit. Nope, it does have to do with interior decor. Never mind. Why? But why Denmark? Why did they exhibit it in Denmark? I don't know, perhaps we'll never know. Larson's family style of interior decor became benchmark for what we'd recognize as Scandinavian design. Last time a major Carl Larson exhibition was staged in Copenhagen was 1990, etc., etc. 11 February 2015. Official dinner at the Royal Palace of Stockholm. Crossover episode? I mean, this is already a crossover because this is the actress from Twitches. On Wednesday, 11 February, the King and Queen hosted the first official dinner of the year in the Royal Palace of Stockholm. Guests included representatives from diplomatic corps, the Riksdag, the Swedish government, which is the Riksdag, authorities, science, sport, business, and culture, as well as the royal family. People the royal family had met on visits. The guests were received and greeted by the king and queen, the crown princess couple, the prince couple, and Princess Madeline in the Vita Havet assembly rooms. The dinner was served in Carl Whatever's gallery. The seating arrangements. What? Okay. I have no idea what this has to do with Tamara's pregnancy with twins. But yeah, let's talk about this seating arrangement for a white tie dinner. 'Cause why not? Fuck you! The king accompanied Ulla Lovin, wife of the prime minister, to the table. Minister Christina Persson was seated to his left. The queen was accompanied to the table by Prime Minister Stefan Löfven. And Minister Morgan Johansson was seated to her right. It's foreshadowing. The crown princess was accompanied to the table by Minister Sven Erik Busch, and Prime Minister Sven Löfven was seated to her right. Prince Daniel accompanied Minister Christina Persson to the table. Minister Azarón? No, not Asa. Asa. The Swedish alphabet's weird. Ronson was seated to his left. Prince Carl Philip accompanied... Prince Carl Philip accompanied the lady who posed naked with a snake that one time in 2003, who he actually married, to the table. Ulla Löfven, wife of the Prime Minister, was seated to his left. I feel like they didn't like draw this out, and I don't want to. I don't want to bother with that, so let's just keep going. You know, you're into a higher plane of literary talent when the author starts telling you about the CD plan. I mean, that's the cornerstone of every 20th century Russian novel, right, Sandy? I know you're like learning Russian. Don't they go into like excruciating detail in like family history and seating arrangements? Princess Madeline was accompanied to the steep by Minister Morgan Johansson, and Frederick Carlson was seated to her right. Princess Tamera was accompanied to table by Prince Carl Philip. Jen Holden was seated to her right. The menu, of course, in case you wanted to know what they ate. That's very important in the story where the Twitches girl gets pregnant by the Swedish prince, who actually married the lady that posed naked with a snake. Depends on who you're reading, but there's definitely a lot of family politics. The Russian writer whose work I'm most familiar with is Tolstoy. So, does Tolstoy bother with that? Okay, joking aside, all realist literature worldwide was like this, but it still had plot. I mean, that's true. That's true. And I like realist literature. I like it a lot. But at least there was shit going on. This is just a grocery list of random ideas. Tolstoy definitely has very big cast of characters. Yeah, that's what I figured. Thank you, Sandy. The dinner began with butter-baked Norwegian lobster with smoked fillet of haddock and a lobster vinaigrette. The guests were then served fried pike perch fillet from Martin with truffle butter sauce, cabbage puree, Brussels sprouts, and crushed potatoes. Not just mashed potatoes, crushed potatoes. Big difference! This was followed by a roasted saddle of venison with sherry and cognac sauce, point little compote with duck's liver, and roasted Jerusalem artichoke. The dinner concluded with lemon mousse served with raspberry sherbet, toasted rye bread, licorice crisp, and licorice caramel. What the fuck? 14 February 2005. We have a bunch of flowers here. Oh my goodness, Tamara said as she walked into the kitchen. Happy Valentine's Day, my love, Carl said from behind her. Thank you, I love it. Your gift is upstairs, Tamara said. Open it, Carl said as he picked the small wrapped gift from a red bow with a red bow on it. What is it, Tamara asked. Open and find out, Carl answered. 20 February 2015. Dang, was that the text I didn't show it through? Yeah, like I'm terrible at accents, but I can do a southern accent like pretty well because I've been born and raised down here in the deep south of the United States of America. Get me some crawfish, we'll boil it with some corn and potatoes. You serve it hot. You don't serve it cold, you goddamn Swedes. That's disgusting. Someone please clip my crawfish rant real quick. Even though I'm a vegetarian, I still have strong opinions about this. 20 February 2015, because I guess whatever was in the box was unimportant, because it's her niece's first birthday. It's Tamara niece's first birthday. Friday, 20 February was Princess Leonore's first birthday. The photos were taken at the Royal Palace of Stockholm. Veggie gang, veggie gang. Join the veggie gang, Sandy. It's beautiful. 23 February 2015, Princess Estelle's third birthday. I don't give a shit. 9 March 2015, Prince Carl Philip attends a hearing about dyslexia. On Monday, 9 March, Prince Carl Philip took part in a hearing about dyslexia at the National Agency for Special Needs Education in Stockholm. Prince Carl Philip initiated the day together with the Swedish Dyslexia Association, the yada yada Swedish dyslexia stuff. During the hearing, the situation of children and young people with reading and writing difficulties was highlighted in his opening speech. The prince said, "These issues are important not only to me, but also to the hundreds of thousands of children with dyslexia in Sweden." How many people live in Sweden? Are they just copying and pasting shit from Burno press releases? I feel like in some cases they are, but the problem is you can't like Command C, Command V, because Wattpad is very Wait, hang on a second. Let me try something. Hang on. There's like a certain thing I can press that would enable... I'll find it later. I'm sure there's a... Anyway, Hey Siri, what is the population of Sweden?
As of 2020, the population of Sweden is 10,343,403.
Okay, Siri. How many children live in Sweden, Siri? Ah, fuck. Hey Siri! How many children live in Sweden?
I won't respond to that.
It literally just like it's translated to "fuck you, Siri." Hey Siri, how many children live in Sweden?
The age 0-15 population of Sweden in 2016 was about 1.72 million people.
So that would be around like 10% of children with dyslexia. And how many people? And it says that with dyslexia, approximately, we're just gonna use this, 1 in 5 people suffer from dyslexia, approximately. At least in my country, of the United States of America. So, is this hyperbole? Is hundreds of thousands of children with dyslexia in Sweden hyperbole? I mean, I feel like part of it is because they didn't give us an exact number, like the over 100,000 children. If they said just the over 100,000 children, I wouldn't have an issue with it. Anyway, moving on. Every day, these children fight with letters and numbers that jump around in their school books. The others laugh at them when they get something wrong. They have to work harder than their classmates to achieve the same grades. During the meeting, the dyslexia organizations described the current situation. Speakers included yada yada. They concluded with a panel discussion. Next chapter. Chapter 14. Another lame school. That's not how dyslexia works. I don't have dyslexia, so I cannot speak for people who actually have it. Speakers included. Wow, it really is a detailed program. Yeah, you're right, Sandy. You're right. But from what I understand about dyslexia, it's not like just letters and numbers bouncing from the pages. I'll be quiet now. I really don't want to able-splain dyslexia. According to the dyslexic friends I've had, it's more than just a lack of recognition. Yeah, that's the kind of that's what I've heard from the people I know who have dyslexia. Anyway, Limescure, 2018. Prince Aidan of Sweden, Duke of Sodermanland, Aidan Eric Hubertus Bertil was born on April 2012 as the first child and son of Prince Carl Philip and Princess Tamera. He is a grandson of King Carl Gustav and Queen Sylvia. He is the elder brother of Prince Araya, Duchess of Dalarna, and is fifth in line succession to the Swedish throne. Prince Aidan was christened on 19 September 2012 in the Royal Chapel at Drottningholm Palace. Not the magically swirling letters or movie and shit. Yeah. I've always figured that was just a hyperbole. His godparents are his paternal grandparents, Victoria, yada yada. Styles and honors. His style as yada yada. Princess Araya, Sweden, Duchess Dorana. We all know about her. Okay. Here are the new players of the game. That E from the title looks like a letter from the Georgian alphabet. It probably is. Prince Alexander of Sweden, Duke of Jämtland, Alexander Gustav Bertil, born 18 June 2015, is the third child and second son of Prince Carl Philip and Princess Tamera. He is a grandson of King Carl Gustav and Queen Sylvia, and the twin brother, Prince Andreas, Duke of Dalarna, and is seventh in line to succession to the Swedish throne. He was christened on 10 November 2015 in the Royal Chapel at Drottningholm Palace. His godparents are his paternal uncle, Chris O'Neill, his paternal uncle, Tavia Maury, his father's cousin, Thomas de Toledo Summerlath, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, and Andrea Regalado. Prince Andreas of Sweden, Duke of Medelpad, Andreas Karl Walther, born 18 June 2015, is the fourth child and youngest son of Prince Carl Philip and Princess Tamera. He is a grandson of King Carl Gustav and Queen Sylvia. He is the twin brother of Prince Alexander, Duke of Ramland. He is eighth in line succession. Prince Andreas was christened on 10 November 2015. His godparents are his maternal uncle, Corey Hardick, Prince Harry of Wales, Carolina Phil, his father's friend Oscar Kielberg, and Kasia Larsen. Okay. We're getting there, gang. We're almost done. 28 January 2018. Royal double kisses all around as Duke and Duchess of Cambridge meet with Swedish counterparts. Do you mean Victoria and Daniel? The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and their Swedish royal counterparts, Prince Carl Philip and Princess Tamera, incorrect, embrace one another with double kisses on the cheek all around and a few stolen moments to catch up privately before they began their first engagement. No homo. When the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge embarked on a tour of Scandinavia, a spokesman said they planned to build a relationship with the royals of the same generation abroad. Although they range similar in age, ranging from 35 to 44, the couples have rather different status. Prince Carl Philip is fourth in line to the Swedish throne, following his older sister, yada yada. We know this. Prince William is second, yada yada. In the afternoon, the Duke and Duchess joined Prince Aidan and Princess Araya yada yada for tea as the children settled in next to their parents on a comfortable sofa at their home. These sort of interactions have to be stolen from press releases somewhere, right? I know there's a way you can, copy and paste. No, not my settings. Not my settings. I think it was this. No, not this. There's something I can do on my browser that would allow me to read it in a certain form. Hang on. I know there's a way you can do that. I know. No. Was it this? Nope, not that. Was it this? Nope, those are my windows. I know those are my bookmarks. Those are my downloads. I know it's not that. Is it this? Page actions. Reader view. Yes! This is it. This is it. I figured it out, gang. And now it's loading. Come on, come on, come on, you dumb thing. Load for me, load for me. Up. I found something. Just FYI, frames are being dropped, but the stream is still there. I mean, I'm not getting any, like, frame warnings from my thing, so it's working clearly. Yep. Royal double kisses all around and Duke of Duchess of Cambridge make firm friends with Swedish counterparts from The Telegraph, 31 January 2018. You were exactly right, DSI friend. Okay, let me, disable the little, okay, I know how I can, like, get around this, I think. I have to just put it in through Google Translate, because that actually, like, deletes the, subscription box. Or at least when I tried this with a different thing. Let's see if this works. It worked. They have known each other. It did not work. Okay, well, let me try and delete the box then. Watch as Flower Gothic continues to have technical difficulties. Well, not technical difficulties per se, it's just Flower Gothic absolutely sucks at everything. Okay. Delete. Alright, where's the paywall start? Paywall starts here. Erase. And it does not. And I don't know what else I have to do. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I have absolutely no programming experience, by the way. But I know I have like a tab bookmarked. Hang on, y'all. I'll be RB. Daily Mail and the Daily Sun are pieces of shit, so is the Daily Mirror, from what I've heard. And that the BBC is rather conservative, more conservative than you think. Am I right about that, Sandy? Or am I grossly misinformed? I'm not British, I don't know. Anyway. Skipping. In the afternoon, the Duke and you're pretty much on the money. Thank you, Sandy. In the afternoon, the Duke and Duchess joined Princess Estelle and Prince Oscar for tea as the children settled in next to their parents on a comfortable sofa at their home of Haga Palace. Oh my god, like, they didn't bother to, like, figure out where Carl Philip lives, so they just say, at their home. What kind of fucking laziness is this? Anyway, the rest of this is irrelevant. But I'm gonna save this article as proof that they are absolutely lazy cunts. I cannot wait for the baby become, Tamara said as she and Catherine looked online for baby clothing because that's all that women think about. How do you do it? Catherine asks. What do you mean? Tamara asks. How do you make having 4 kids look so easy? I'm freaking out over having 3 kids, and here you are glowing and looking in control of everything in your life, Catherine answered. Oh, Catherine, I am not in control. I wouldn't be able to do anything without Carl and our amazing nanny. You know our schedule has been hectic, especially with Victoria beginning to transition to being queen in the near future, so any help I can get... What? Was that like a thing that was attempting to happen in 2018? Because in my research for the Royal Aesthetic video, I don't remember seeing that. What? I take it. Don't worry, you got this. You and William will make having 3 kids look like a magazine cover, Tamara said, causing Catherine to laugh. What would I do without your sense of humor? Catherine asked. I think you would be miserable without me to make light of things, Tamara answered. You've been the best friend, sister, and confidant to me, Tamara, Catherine said. That would have been great to see. It would have been great to see the character development here, but unfortunately, they have decided to copy-paste random articles from the Telegraph instead of writing an actual plot. And I can say the same about you. You know, not having my sister here or her not being able to relate to this life has been hard on me, but you've made it easy to deal with. Ha ha, Tamara said as she looks behind Catherine and see William dancing with his goddaughter, Araya. What are you laughing at? Catherine asked as she turns and sees William and Araya dancing. Catherine started laughing. Araya, did you teach Uncle Will those dance moves? Catherine asked. Araya smiles. Ignore Ari. Let's turn up the music, William says. They both continue dancing. 9 March 2018. The Princess family have returned home. Dale, hey, do you want me to look up this article as well real quick to see if that's also copy-pasted? Should I? I'm gonna. Alright. Command C. Command V. Up. It's a press release. It looks like a... No, that's what I call copying. It looks like a press release. The Princess family have returned home. I'm going to disable reader view real quick. The Princess family have returned home. Earlier today, Friday, 9 March 2018, at 0041, Princess Madeline gave birth to a daughter at Danyard Hospital. The girl weighed 34.65 grams and was 50 centimeters long at birth. Princess Madeline and Mr. Christopher O'Neill have now, together with their newborn daughter, left the hospital for their home in Stockholm. On the occasion of the royal birth, members of the royal family and Rene's families have left the following messages of congratulations. It's the exact same. Because these assholes, they even copied the title into it! Did they? Did they? Yes, they did! Oh my god! These fuckers are so goddamn lazy! Oh my god! This isn't even fan fiction anymore! This is just straight up plagiarism! Anyway, we're gonna skip that. Skip all this. If you're wearing yellow, then I'll wear yellow too, I said on the phone with Catherine. That would be perfect. Have you sent the children's measurements to Eugenie and Meghan? Oh, I guess it's Meghan Markle's wedding now. Yes, I sent them this morning, I answered. Still can't believe Harry and Eugenie are getting married, Catherine said. I know, right, but they seem very much in love and happy, and that's all we want for them. I know, but the articles being written about Meghan and her family is making me a little uncomfortable, Catherine said. Do they even get paid for these or what? I don't think they get paid for these. I hope they don't get paid for these! I told Carl that he definitely needs to talk Harry about getting a legal team prepared for the media storm that's brewing over his head. I knew the hate storm I faced with Carl in the beginning of our relationship was bad. I mean, Carl actually married a woman posing naked with a snake, so... But what Harry and Meghan are up against makes me feel like I had way better luck than I thought, I said. I guess that's why she asked you to be her maid of honor, Catherine asked. What? Where was this character development when we needed some? Maybe, I answered. And this chapter will include both the weddings of Harry and Meghan and Eugenie and Jack's royal weddings. I wanted to include before of the weddings, but since the book is already a time skip type of book, anyway, thank you all for reading my story. XOXO. We're going to skip all this bullshit. How long is this? And chapter time skip for the next chapter will be 2019. I love how you had wrote about the two weddings. I love how you had put the dancing part with William and Araya. Hey, lovely angels. Why did you copy and paste news articles and press releases for your books? Please respond. Chapter 15. Hate's gonna hate. And by the way, this is the last chapter. So, it's time. We're on the last chapter. Chapter 15. Royal sisters-in-law go hiking. Crown Princess Victoria and Princess Tamera of Sweden in the wild. Swedish princesses just went from runway wedding to ready to win with nature. Sisters-in-law Crown Princess Victoria and Princess Tamera teamed up on Wednesday for a hike at Fluvjelis National Park. The outdoor visit held special meeting for both royals. It marked the final hike to complete Victoria's goal to hike all 25 provinces in Sweden. It took place in Dalarna. Along the way, What are you wanting at? DSI friend, I'm curious now. Along the way, Princess Victoria wore a purple jacket and Princess Tamara in a hat and green coat posed for photos at scenic spots. The royals hiked past Old Chijiko, which is known as the world's oldest known tree. It's a colloidal tree that has regenerated new trunks, branches, and roots over millennia, but is receiving back 9,500 years. In case you were curious about that. And New Spruce Waterfall, the country's highest waterfall at 305 feet tall. Princess Victoria is also given a wreath on which will wear there to mark the completion. And then they went to the Oh. They're talking about the Pepto-Bismol dress right here. I've seen this specific dress, the one with the clinch at the waist, blush-colored, ground-sweeping skirt in the back while showing off the royals' legs in the front. I've seen that dress. It's fucking hideous. It looks like someone tried to sew a dress out of cotton candy and failed. It looks terrible. I thought the last chapter, which ended with the part PR, was the last. Which would have been extra anticlimactic. Well, let's find out. Let's see how this story is going to end. And clench her hair back into a cheek updo. Her hair's always tied back up. This shouldn't be, like, new knowledge. Princess Tamera also upped her style game for the event, going all in on a floral look. The former actress, who joined the royal family with her marriage to Carl Philip in June 2011, sported a long-sleeve gown featuring red, yellow, and white flowers. Continued the theme with her red floral hairband. She had just go with her dangling earrings and clutch. "This is now my new very own suite," I said as I Kate and Megan into my bedroom. "Are you serious?" Megan asked. "This is your room?" Kate asked. "Yes," I answered, chuckling. "Okay, but can you have an anticlimactic ending if there hasn't actually been a story?" I mean, true, you're right on that regard, Sandy. "This is your room?" Kate asked. "Yes," I answered, chuckling. "Oh, Kaba, this is very nice," Megan said. "It is," I said. "I'm so jealous of you," Kate said. "There's more," I said as I grabbed a remote and faced my closet doors. I pushed the button to open the doors, brought to you by the Department of Redundancy Department. I at least expected to be some of their own BS. The lights on my closet turned on. "Is that your closet?" Kate asked. "Yes, it is," I answered. "You have your own mall in there," Megan said. "It's much smaller than a mall, Megan." We walked in, and the girls went in different directions, looking at different sections of my closet. "Very nice shoes," Megan said. "Thank you," I said. "So does the remote control everything in the closet?" Kate asked. "Yes, it does," I answered. "What an impressive jewelry collection you have." "But I thought they were supposed to be kept in the royal vault," Kate said. "Most of them are, but I'm allowed to have a few in my personal closet," I said as we looked at my jewelry collection, which included 2 tiaras. My mother-in-law had a selection of the crown jewels brought to me. "They're mine to borrow with great discretion at appropriate times," I said. "It's official. I think we're all jealous of you," Kate said. What? What is this bullshit? "Don't be. We're all in the same boat, just one of us is a future queen and the other 2 are married to princess," I said. "Power couple!" Princess Tamera of Sweden puts a chic figure in a checked coat, while her husband, Prince Carl Philip, is dapper in a gray suit as they arrive at Stockholm University. Prince Carl Philip and Princess Tamera of Sweden looked every inch stylish couple as they arrived at Stockholm University today. Carl, 40, and his wife Tamera, 40, were in attendance to do more dyslexia bullshit. Fourth in line to the throne, Carl, who is dyslexic, looked smart in a suit, as we all know, adding a splash of color with a bungery tie. Meanwhile, former actress Tamera oozed effortless elegance in a black polo neck and blue pencil skirt, completing the look with a check trench coat and black pumps. The couple were pictured arriving in a chauffeur-driven car before being greeted by Francisco de la Cerda, head of the Department of Linguistics, and Elizabeth Naganiga, vice president of the university. They were seen sitting at the conference alongside the academics. "Megan, don't cry, 'cause then I'm gonna cry," I said as I pulled her to a hug. "I'm sorry, it's just so hard. I feel so alone," Megan said. "Megan, you are not alone. I understand what you're going through. Trust me, I've dealt with some bad coverage from the media, but you have to be strong. You cannot let them win," I said. "What should I do?" Megan asked. "Speak up and show out," I answered. "Really?" Megan said. "Haters gonna hate, and you're gonna keep on thriving," I replied. It became a scar on the soul. Sweet as Princess Tamera on the huge hate storm when she became a royal. Today's Princess Tamera has described the bullying she endured in the early days of her relationship with her husband, Prince Carl Philip, as the impetus behind her anti-bullying campaign. Forgive me for skipping. You're making me anticipate the worst now, DSI. When the couple first met, Tamera Eddie Maury was a former actress and was lambasted by the Swedish media and public for perceived unsuitability of role as a royal partner. In a TV interview, Tamera opened up about her own experiences, saying, "It's a huge hate storm against me as a person when we got together. It becomes a scar on the soul," she said. "It has been difficult to handle in that you feel alone, but I had a great supporter by my side and a very confident family that made me feel very much loved. It can never be okay to get friends, he told Expressive today, adding that tackling bullying has become a driving force for his wife. The couple today attended the launch of the Foundation's report on online hate and stalking, and both spoke out against the terrible consequences bullying can have on young people. The report explains the damaging consequences bullying can have on young people and offers solutions on how to tackle online hate. Wait, that's it? That's it? It just ends? What the fuck? I mean, I guess it's to be expected at this point, but fucking hell. I did not expect it to just end like that. But some points for discussion, lovely angels. Why the fuck did you just copy-paste news articles and press releases into your work? Like, I know your fan base is probably full of idiots, but at least try to make it look original? Just, I really don't get why you think that random press releases and Instagram posts constitutes a plot. It doesn't. And I really don't understand what I was supposed to take out of this. Especially since there isn't that big of a fandom, at least from what I've seen, for Tamera Mowry from Twitches and Twitches 2. Just, I don't know. I feel as though this was just me on autopilot. Like, just cruising along at an altitude of whatever degrees. There's a hole in my stomach now. Fuck my life. I'm probably not going to read another one of your stories for a little bit, though, lovely angels. I've had enough bashing on you. Please respond to why you copy-paste everything. You're pathetic like that. Holy fuck. But 70 royal family, yes it is, sadly. But, as I've said in like all my little disclaimers, do not harass these authors, do not even attempt to contact them, they will not appreciate it. I would prefer for them to contact me and explain why they are engaging in this bullshit. It's number 70 in royal family. Well, what's number 1 then? The king, the queen's king, which doesn't look like fan fiction. My king, British royal family. Oh no. Oh no. Number 1 in Prince Charming. Oh no. Good night, all. This is going to be a fun experience for all of us.